controlling statement? That is the question. So by using the controlling statements, we can controlling the general flow of programming execution. We can controlling the general flow of programming execution. Guys, please switch off all your cameras. Don't open your cameras. I said just now, switch off all cameras. Otherwise, I will terminate you from the class. A lot of people are using the mobiles connecting and the internet speed loading. So a lot of problems there. Okay. So comes to here previous topic. Python control statements. So control statements are used to controlling the programming execution flow. Top to bottom, generally every programming language trying to executing. So using the controlling statements, we can decide what statements we want to execute, what statements we don't want to execute as per our requirement. So that is the purpose of the controlling statements. So in Python, we have the three types of controlling statements. One is conditional statements, another one is looping statements, and last one transfer or jump statements. So each one we need to discussing. So in the last session, we completed this conditional statements. Here, in this conditional statements, based on the condition, we can execute some group of statements. Conditional statements will decide the execution of a block of code. Conditional statements will decide the execution of a block of code based on given expression, based on the expression. So we are writing something expression, based on that expression, it will decide which block of code. Block of code means a group of lines of code, group of lines of code, multiple lines of code. We are considering like one block. So the which block of code wants to execute, that is deciding based on the expression. So here in this in Python, so conditional statements returns true or false values finally result. Boolean values returns after executing the expression or condition, it returns either true or false. If true, then do something. If false, then do something, like we can decide it. So here, these conditional statements related using if, elif, else keywords, we can write the logics. If, elif, else. These three are the keywords. Okay. So here simple if and if else related and multiple conditions related, multiple ifs related and nested ifs related, like four variations there. So all in single program we can write as per the requirement. No problem. So here first, okay, first only simple if related condition, only condition we are using. If condition is returns true, then inside this if block, what are the statements there? These all are executing, and then outside coming. These all are normal statements. So parallel to if there means outside statements. Okay. So when these lines of code executing means if the given condition is true, then executing. Otherwise, directly coming outside normal statements executing. Okay. And the next, if else, second combination is if else. So here, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, then inside if related, okay, group of statements executing. Otherwise, cursor directly coming to the else block. Inside else, what are the statements there? These statements executing. After that, coming to outside, normal statements executing. Okay, so it means here based on the condition. If it is true, if related statements executing, if block related. If condition false, else block related statements executing. Any one block of statements only executing. Okay. So wherever we are representing the block of statements, so there we are using the column symbol and following the sum indentation. Generally 4 spaces following by the Python. 4 spaces. If you want more spaces also you can use, but all in same order. All in same order. We need to be follow it. All lines in the same order indentation. Okay. So that point remember. Now next multiple if condition checking purpose elif we are using. Multiple conditions checking purpose elif keyword we are using. If followed by multiple elif keywords followed by single else keyword. One if, one else only, multiple elif conditions we can write it. Okay. So here also first condition one checking. If it is true, if block statements executing, then remaining blocks are not executing. Any one block only executing in this entire structure. So starting to, I mean, condition one, condition two, condition three, like that, one after another only checking. Even though every condition is right, then which one executing means only first condition related executing and then coming outside directly. Normal statements printing. So top to bottom, which one is correct? Like we are checking. If first only true, then that is executing, remaining not executing. So like we can do it. So if we else related, in the last session, we did one program, student passed or failed, finding related, we did one program. So open the Python ideally software, open the Python ideally software. Now here. So open the our program, previous program, Control O, and choose your folder. So in 8 a.m. in 8 a.m. So we created in last session conditional programs like one folder. So comes to here and then check it this code. Check it this code. So line to line, line to line. So this file also I uploaded in the last session. So you can enable and you can execute programs. So you will understanding. All the programs are given. So multi-line comments, each time one program you can enable and you can test it. So here student passed or failed related one program I did. So from the student reading the input, student marks, converting into integer type because of input function reading in the form of string. That's why converting into int, storing here. So that marks less than 0 or greater than 100 is there. This message I want to be display. So if marks less than 35 is there, then this message I want to be display. It means 0 or above 0, less than 235, this one working, and less than 260, this one working. Okay. So if these all conditions not correct, then else block statements must be executing. So student passed with the first grade coming, displaying. After that, end line printing. This is the normal line. Okay. So like number of programs we did, this material you need to be follow it. These programs also you need to do the testing. So here I created one program, how to find the biggest number among the two numbers related, and how to find the biggest number among the given three numbers related. Between the three numbers, which one is the biggest number finding program I created. And here global functions I used, using max, using min, using sum, we can get it result. So group of values taking as input, which one is the maximum value finding, group of values taking as a input and finding the which one is the minimum value out of them, and this group of values related to sum, finding by using this sum function. So without using these global functions, so how we are writing by our own, this is expecting in interiors. Okay. So we will check it that. And next here, nested if conditions also there. Nested if, we can consider like a nested if blocks. Nested if blocks. Nested if means one if block if available inside another if block is called nested if block. Nested if block. So for example, I will write here 10 greater than 5. If it is right, then here I want to be print something condition 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 1 true, condition 1 true, like I will write. And next it's related else block immediately can write print print condition 1 false, condition 1 false, like writing. So based on the condition we are getting result right now, condition 1 true. If the condition 1 is a false, 10 greater than 15, then false we are getting. Okay. Yes. Now condition 1 is a true. Inside this, one more condition I'm checking. If 30 less than 50, then here one more we can write it. One more we can write it. So here condition 2 true. Condition 2 true. So otherwise here else block. Condition 2 is false. Condition 2 is false. Revision. See here. So this is called nested condition. So this is outer condition related, outer condition if block related up to here, and this is outer if related else. Okay. So then this is inner if related and it's else. So this is inner block, this is outer block. Again inside that one more inner block, inside that one more inner block. Like n number of blocks we can write as per the requirement. As per the requirement. Okay. So for example, if this condition is wrong, second condition, first condition statement, this one executing and checking this condition fail. That's why coming to the else block, executing this, and after that normal statements. So this is the what normal statements. Inner if else related normal statement. Uh, Not inner if related. This one, this is outer if related. So these all lines are belongs to outer if. This first if related. So if this condition is right, executing this, otherwise executing this, and then this one executing. Okay. So next, simply hello to like hello like I'm writing. So you can see here. Condition 1 true, condition 2 is a false, and then hello 1 printing. This one is printing, and here condition 2 is a false. That's why else block executing, and then hello executing. All of you clear this one? Nested conditions. So in material, one person eligible for interview or not based on the your passed out year, based on the passed out year, based on the your academic percentage, education, your score percentage, and based on your academic qualification. So number of if conditions, nested if conditions are used. Check those all things for your practice. And sometimes reading asking number from the user, is this positive number or negative number, is this even number or odd number like they are expecting. Okay. So find the given number is even or odd number. Okay. Find the given number is even number or odd number. So for example, number equal to int of input of now here write enter any number, enter any number like asking, okay, you are entering one number, that number is even number or not, I want to be check it. If number modulo division by 2 double equal to 0, then this number is a even number. This number is a even number. Okay. So we will write that number is a even number, message writing. So otherwise in the else block number is not a even number. Okay. Or else number is a odd number, like we can write odd number. Okay. Check it here. In this you can check it, guys. So 10 by 10 division modulo division by 2. Result if 0 is coming. Reminder if 0 is coming, that is a even number. Reminder if 1 coming, that is a odd number. This is a rule, mathematical rule. So same thing I'm using here. Given number modulo division by 2, that reminder result double equal to 0. Both are matching, then that is a even number. Otherwise that is a odd number, like I'm thinking. So check it. Enter any number. Okay, 11 I'm entering. 11 is a odd number. Next, enter any number 20. 20 is a even number, like asking, like displaying. Okay. So given number is a positive number or a negative number, asking sometimes. So given number is a positive or negative. These all are small things only. So here again reading the number from the user and check it. If number greater than 0, if number greater than 0, then we will write a message print print. So that the number is a positive number, positive number. Otherwise, that is a negative number. Else, number is a negative number. Okay, like we are getting. How to find the given number is a positive number or a negative number. Okay, this is the program. Check it. So I'm entering 20. 20 is a positive number. Again entering -10. So -10 is a negative number. -10 is a negative number. I hope everyone understanding these all programs, sir. So do practice these all programs. So now we will discuss another topic, controlling statements related, another topics. No need to spend more time for this. So next topic, looping statements. Okay, na? So Python looping or iterative statements. Python looping or iterative statements. Looping or iterative statements. Before going to discussing about this concept, so we will discuss one function, range function. Range function. About this now we will discuss Python range function. What is the purpose of this and where we are using, like these all things. Okay. So in Python, number of times we are going to use coming days this range function. So that's why first of all you need to have knowledge for this one, knowledge with this one. Okay. Yes. 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 So range is a global function, predefined function. Range is a predefined function along with Python software we are getting. Along with Python software we are getting. So directly we can use this range function without importing anything. Okay. So directly we can use it, this range function. So by using this range function, we can generate the sequence of numbers by using range function. By using range function, we can generate the sequence of numbers. Guys, please wait 1 minute. Yes, guys. Yes. So by using range function, we can generate the sequence of numbers. Sequence of numbers means a group of numbers. Some at a time by using this function, some bulk numbers we can generate in the memory, and we can use those all numbers in our logics as per the requirement. Okay. So this range function reading three inputs, input 1, input 2, input 3. Three inputs reading. Range function reading three inputs. What is input 1? input 1 representing the starting value from where you want to start the sequence. Okay, start value, input 1 representing the start value, and input 2 representing the top value up to where you want. Okay, that is the top value, and input 3 representing step value. Step value or increment or decrement value. Increment or decrement value. Okay, start value, stop value, step value. Three inputs taking. Out of these three, top value is a mandatory one. So here start value by default, zero is there. By default, zero is there if we are not writing. Okay, and stop value is required. This is required. This is the optional value. Optional value. Just understanding purpose, I'm giving like this. So start value is a optional value. By default, zero is taking. Stop value is the required value, mandatorily required. This value mandatorily required, and it can be any value, user defined value. User defined value, whatever you are giving that value, user defined value. Okay, and another one is what? Step value. Step value. Step value is also a optional value. Step value is also a optional value, and by default, so this one taking positive one, positive one. All be clear? By using range function, we can generate this some sequence of numbers as per the requirement. We can use those all values sometimes in our logic sum. Okay. So range function reading three inputs, start value, stop value, step value. Out of these three, starting value and step value are optional. Starting value by default zero taking, step value by default one considering, and stop value must be required, and that can be user defined value, whatever you want, you can give it. Okay. So now these three things related we will do here program. See here. So range function, global function means directly we can use global functions directly we can use. So now range of 10, range of 10, if I'm giving, so what is happening here? What is happening means internally range of, so start value, only one value if we are giving, that is a that required value. What is required value here? Stop value. If one value given, that is a stop value, remember. So starting value 0, stop value 10, and the increment value or step value is 1. Step value is 1. Okay, internally Python is considering like this. If I'm giving only one value, start from 0, stop value 10, and step value 1. Okay, so because of this, now in old Python versions, directly from 0 to 9 numbers generating 1 point. Remember here, what is the stop value? Is the stop value, that is a n minus 1. Up to this, we are getting values up to this. N minus 1 is nothing but 9. So from 0 to 9, each time one value incrementing. This is incrementing. Each time one value incrementing. 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, like we are getting result. Okay. So in old versions, directly values returned, but right now range of like returned, range of like returned. Okay. So if you want, you can assign this result, you can assign this result to one variable. Now, type of X, you can see here type of X. So this is the range type. Okay, this is also one type of data like considering. So this is not exactly type of data actually. Integer type, float type, string type, like we have major data types. So this whenever we are using like a range function, so range type returned. This object returns like a range type. So what is this type of data? Like whenever we are discussing the data types, we have one range type also. like no need to discussing. That's why previously I didn't explain about this one. All of you clear? So major data types, if you are remembering, those things enough for storing the values in the memory. And now here, these all values, if you want access, these all values, if you want to be accessed, we have so many typecasting functions. For example, list typecasting function is there. List of X, if I'm using, so list of values, see here, list of values, from 0 onwards up to the 9. From 0 onwards up to the 9 we are getting. So if I'm using here, for example, directly we can use here, see, list, this is the list casting here. So range of 10 I'm using. Then directly we are getting values. So here, if I'm using 20, then 20 numbers generating. If I'm using here 100, 100 numbers generating. 100 numbers generating. That is the range function. Okay. So from where you want to start, by default 0 onwards, each time 1 1 1 1 incrementing if you are giving only one value. So given value 20 is not coming. So 20 minus 1 means 19, up to the 19 coming. This point remember, n minus 1 roll. Okay. Next here in this, two values I'm going to give here. Two values. So two values means first one is the starting value, second one is stop value, like considering starting, stop value. So that's why from 0 to 9 we are getting here. Okay, I want to start from 2 onwards here. I want to start from 2 onwards, not 0. So then from 2 onwards we are getting 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay. Okay, so if only one value given, that is a stop value. If two values given, starting value and stop value, and by default increment value 1 is there. So if three value giving, so then starting value, start value, stop value, step value, considering like that. Okay. Okay. Now here I'm giving step value is a 2. Step value is a 2 I'm giving. It means starting from 2, each time 2 to incrementing. Each time 2 to incrementing. 2. Again to increment means 4. Again to increment means 6. Again to increment 8. Like generating. Okay. So after 8 to increment means 10. So stop value is what? 10 is there, means up to the 9 only possibility is there. Okay. So up to the 9 only possibility is there. That's why 2, 4, 6, 8 ratio. I mean, these numbers we got it. Come on, let me know in the chat box your confirmation. Are you following this one? I will show you another variation for this. This variation everyone is following 3 inputs. And coming days, number of times we are going to use as per the requirement. And today also we are going to use in our loops. That's why I'm explaining separately this one. There's multiple people there. Only 1, 2 people giving replace. So based on your confirmation only, I will go forward. Otherwise, myself, my side, I will thinking like, yes, everyone following. Okay. Now, next comes to the another one. Here, I don't want 0 to 9. I want 9 to 0 down direction. Okay, descending order I want. Descending order I want. So in this situation, okay, first of all, normal situation only. So 0 to 10 is there. 0 to 10 is there. Each time 1 1 incrementing, that is increment value. Y means the positive 1 is there like this here. Okay, now here I'm going to give -1. Okay, that is later we will see. Okay, that is also later we will see. So starting only 10 I'm giving, and step value 0 I'm giving, increment value 1 I'm giving. What you are expecting here? What you are expecting here? So in this, so starting from 10, each time 1 1 increment, it means 10, 11, next one increment means 12, like forward direction going, upper direction. But our stop value is what? 0 is there, means downward direction required, negative direction. So start from 10, we are unable to reach this direction, this value. We are unable to reach this value. Okay, this is the wrong direction. So in this situation, you are not getting anything. Empty list we are getting. Empty list. Nothing different, sir. Simply empty list. All of you clear this one? So now here rule is whenever we are using here the increment value positive value. So here first value low value and the next value high value is required. First value low value and second value high value means start value low, stop value high. Then from starting to the stop value 111 incrementing and reaching stop value finally. Okay, but right now here opposite direction is there. So starting only high is there and ending low is there. So that's why here nothing getting. Empty list getting and range function not written any exception, any error not returned. Okay, so now here -1 we can use. Okay, stop value, this step value by default, if we are not giving 1 is there, +1. Negative values if you want or any other value positive also 2, 3, 4 like that, manually we need to add. So now I'm using here 1, -1. So -1 if I'm giving, so this is the high value required, starting high value required, and stop value low value required. Starts from 10, each time 1 decrementing, -1 means 1 decrementing and finally reaching here. Okay, so here in this situation, previously here n minus 1 is the rule I said. N minus 1, 10 minus 1, 9, up to 9 we got it. Now here decrement value is there. So this syntax is n plus 1, you can remember. N plus 1. So n is what? 0. 0 plus 1, 1. It means from 10 to up to 1, each time 1 decrementing. 10, 9, 8, 7 like that. So decrementing 1. So is this clear? So if positive value is there, step value n plus 1 rule for this one, end value n plus 1, and negative value is there, step value n minus 1 rule, n minus 1 rule. Okay, so here if I'm using -2, n minus 2 rule, whatever the number giving that one. So here check it, if I'm using 2, then 2 decrementing, 2 decrementing. Okay, so up to the, I mean, this is what decrementing 2 values. So before the 0, what is there? 1. Up to the 1 checking. Up to the 1 checking. 10 to 1 range. Possible values, these things getting. So these all based on your practice, you will understanding 2 rules. So later in our Python data types, string data type, tuple data type, list data type, we are going to discussing. That time the same logics we are going to use. Very, very useful this one. Focus on this one. So step value positive is there means what? Negative is there means what? So positive is there means starting low value and ending high value required. And here negative is there means starting high value, ending low value required. Okay, so like this rule you need to be remember. So this is about the range function. If only one input given, that is a stop value, then what is start, what is the step value, that is also you need to be understanding. If 2 values given, starting value, stop value there. If 3 values given, starting, stop, step. Okay, the point remember. And today I will upload one material, there you will get these all things with the practical examples. Okay, yes. Now coming to the looping, So why we are using the looping statements? So in our programming, lot of statements we are writing. Some statements we want to execute repeatedly certain number of times. Some statements, if we want to be execute repeatedly certain number of times, then we can use these looping statements. If we want to execute the certain statements multiple times, then we have to use the looping statements. Simply definition I will use here. If we want to execute the certain statement, if we want to execute the certain statements multiple times or repeatedly, multiple times, then we have to use looping statements. Then we have to use looping statements. Clear this one? So we want to execute some certain statements multiple times repeatedly, then we can use the looping statements concept. In Python, we have two types of loops, for loops, while loops. Okay. So in Python, we have two types of loops. So one is for loop, and another one is while loop. We don't have do while loop, other things. In other languages, people having do while loop also. Okay. So while for loop, while loop. Now using for loop, how we are writing coding, using while loop, how we are writing. So that is we will discuss, and we will do some programs also. Okay. So for loop is a programming language statement. For loop is a programming language statement, and iteration, nothing but iteration statements. For loop is a programming language related iteration statement which allows a code block to be repeatedly executing certain number of times. Using for loop, we can execute certain statements repeatedly. How many times we want to execute, those number of times we can execute. So that is the for loop concept. So for example, for loop related simple definition I will give you. For loop is a programming language statements. For loop is a programming language iteration statements. For loop is a programming language iteration statements which allows a code block to be executed a certain number of times. A code block to be executed a certain number of times. Okay, this is about the for loop. So this is a programming language related iteration statements which allows a code block, means a group of statements to be executed a certain number of times. So this is the concept of the for loop. Syntax. You need to be understanding about the syntax. Language to language, for loop syntax changing in our for Python, how we are writing. So for is a keyword, while is a keyword. By using for keyword, for variable name, in is a keyword. For variable name in sequence object, and then here we can write some statements. So for example, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, like we can write it. Okay. Yes, this is the concept of the for loop syntax. So for keyword followed by variable name in sequence object. What is a sequence object? Getting doubt some people. So a sequence object is nothing but Python list object, Python string object, Python tuple object, which contains a group of values. A sequence object is nothing but group of values. Collection of values are storing in one memory. Okay, group of values. That is called a sequence object. Technically, we are calling. So, for example, here, Python is there, Python. So here group of characters there, group of characters there. So using this here in this place we can use this Python. So group of characters there. So because of this for loop, from this group of characters, each character is getting into this variable. Each character is getting into this variable, and that variable value we can use inside this loop if you want. Otherwise, you can execute some other statements also until completing this sequence object values. First y coming, then executing these all. Next first p coming, executing these all values. Next y coming, executing these all values. Next t executing, like all one after another coming. So after completing these all values from the sequence object, then for loop stopping. Outside the for loop, what are the statements we are writing? Those statements are going to be executing. Come on, all of you clear about the syntax? So here, for example, my sequence object is one list contains like this, three values there. My sequence object is a list here. Here three values there. So first I value into this variable, first 10 value is getting. 10 value is getting into this variable. The 10 value, if we want to use, we can use this variable name inside the loop. Otherwise here, there is a three normal print statement there, for example. These three statements executing, going inside printing. After that, again coming to here cursor. Next, 20 value reading, 20 value reading. Going inside the for loop, executing these all statements, and again one more time coming to here. Okay, next what value is there? 30. So 30 value reading coming to here and going inside printing this all. After that, one more time going here. So here no values there. In this sequence, no values there. Then stopping this for loop and coming outside the for loop, this normal statements executing. All of you clear? Until the sequence values completing, this loop is repeatedly executing. This loop is repeatedly executing. Okay. Yes. Now we will do some programs for this. Okay. Separate Python file I will create for this instead of typing in this command line. So I will say to you programs. Now here. So guys, please keep mute your speaker. Aishwarya, mic, switch off camera, not mic. Yes. Now one more new file. I will create new file. Control N, Control S, save in our Python 8am folder. Save it here. And now here looping statements. Looping statements dot py. So this is my Python programming now. Looping statements dot py. This is I will close it. Save and close. And now here we can write. See here, this is a normal print statement. So line 1 or else start line, and now here end line, I'm getting. So if I'm printing start line, end line getting, in middle loops we can write for keyword, for variable name can be anything. For I, in is a variable keyword. For I, Python, 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 like I'm writing. Okay. So here indentation we are writing. And now here, if you want to print this I, you can print it. So from this Python, from this, see here, from this Python, so each character is getting into I, and that character we are printing. That character we are printing. Okay. First Y, next first P, next Y, next T, H, O, N. After completing all, then coming outside printing this statement. Okay, check it now here. Python. And then last end line. End line we got it. Are you clear now? Yes, yes. Right now I'm telling that only. So now here each character, first print, next print, like print method, printing in the new line each time printing in the new line, this print one. Okay, right now put comment this one. So later I will write something here, documentation. So here, this is the first program for loop related. Multiple testing is important. One time if you are understanding loops, then entire course anywhere you can use it. Okay, next here, see, print function here internally, print I character printing, and inside this end equal to, so slash n is there. By default here, slash n is there, guys. Remember, inside the print function, so by default end equal to slash n is there. Slash n is nothing but new line. Slash n representing new line. So first, which letter is coming here? P letter coming. And using printing that P. After printing, end slash n is there. Because of that, cursor moving to the new line. So they're waiting here. In the new line waiting. So no other lines there here. Again, one more time, Y letter getting. And that is printing Y. Where printing? In the new line printing. And then again slash n, move to the new line. Like that. So vertically we are getting same output. Okay. So this is we are getting same output. By default here, end equal to slash n is there. End equal to slash n is there. So that point, remember print function behavior. Now I don't want slash n here. So then if I'm removing like this, so first Y letter printing, because of this, first Y letter printing, and next cursor waiting here only. Next, which value is coming into I? Y letter is coming. Y value printing. Cursor waiting there only. Next, T letter is coming into I, and the T letter is printing. So like same Python only printing here. Same Python only printing here. Python printing here. Python printing. And after printing all these characters within the same line, see here, P, Y, T, H, O, N. After that, cursor waiting here only. Cursor is waiting here only in the same line. Then next print, what is there? End line is there. So this end line also here only printing. This end line also here only printing. Side by side. Again, cursor waiting here only. Cursor is waiting here only. Okay. Yes. Now here, after printing end line, so in this print function here, end equal to new line is there. Because of that, cursor is coming to the new line and waiting here. Okay. So that is the point. Now here, if I want some hyphen separations, okay. So this is as it is getting, see here, between every character, we are getting this one. Okay. So here, after printing, I mean, every character with a comma separating, I want. So comma separating, or else empty space, two spaces we are getting. So after printing these all characters, so if you want here, one empty print function you can use. Empty print function. So after printing this all, so in this empty print, end equal to slash n is there. Because of that, one line gap getting, and in the next line, this is printing. In the next line, this is printing. See here, Python, and after that, here only actually required to print this print later. So here slash n is there. That's why moving to the next line, and in the next line, this end line printing. Next line, this end line printing. Jain, are you understanding? Rutuja Jain, space if you want. So just empty space we are using inside the print here. Two spaces are used. Single space you can use if you want. As per the requirement, yeah, star separation if they want, star separation, comma separation. So like we can use a single space I want, then I can execute. So like we are getting. Vertically, if you want, vertically you can display, by default vertically displaying. So if you don't want vertically, then so here end slash and like there, that is you need to be remove it. So that is the concept of here, into method related. Now here, so far string related I used next for for I in range function we discussed for I in range of 5 I'm using, and then I'm going to print I. I'm going to print I. See here, range 5 means, so internally generating like what? A range of 0, comma 5, comma 1. This is the logic internally. Start from 0, stop value 5, incrementing 1. So nothing but 0 value, 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, 4 value, up to this generating. N minus 1, 5 minus 1, 4, up to 4 only we got it. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 values we are printing here. So now see here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we got it. Come on, everyone understanding this one? Already explained this one. So route, you're not getting these values horizontally. So every time after printing one number, end slash n is there. That's why these all values vertically we are getting. Vertically we are getting. Yes, yes. As per the requirement, we can do it if you want. Okay. So in this for loop, increment, decrement not required, and in the while loop, we can do it incrementing. Okay. Okay. Now next, multiple variations required to do. Next, here for I in range of 5, then here print so welcome like I'm displaying. Then what is your output? So 5 times loop repeating welcome printing. See, so this statement without the for loop, if you want to do without the for loop, if you want to do this statement, so then what need to do here? Okay, now here, so without the for loop, if you want to do here, so print or else simply copy this line. Now here, 5 times if I want 5 times, I need to be execute like this. Welcome, like you are getting 5 times. If I want 10 times, then one more time like we are writing now. So 5 times, 10 times you are writing. 10 lines of code you created same message. So then 10 times you are printing. Okay. So instead of doing like this, simply using the for loop concept. So simply using the for loop concept. So 10 times loop you can write range of 10. Then 10 times we are getting or not? So how many lines code we are writing? Just 2 lines code we are writing. But 10 times we are getting output. So this is the purpose of the loops. Sometimes some certain statements are repeatedly we want to execute. In that situations, those statements we can create inside the for loop. From this sequence, here sequence is there. From this sequence, so each value is getting into this variable. This variable, if you want, you can use in this loop. Otherwise, if you don't want, okay, no need to use. Simply you can write this one, something message what you want. So in these situations, real time when they are using, okay, like this kind of program, see here. So now from this range, each value I'm getting into I. If I'm using this I inside the for loop, okay, useful. If you don't want to use this I value inside the for loop, you want to print normal message, then in that situations, people are using like simply underscore, underscore using. Come on, let me know. As a variable name, underscore allowed or not? As a variable name, underscore allowed or not? As a variable name, underscore allowed, underscore allowed. Only underscores not allowed. So you can see here, you can see here. So only underscore I used equal to 10 I'm assigning. So working or not? If not working, error throws gives one big slapping. You are not following my rule, like giving returns errors. Working man, just now see here. I executed working, still people type in not working, not working. Identifier contains letters, underscore, and digits. Digits not allowed in the first place. Underscore you can use and characters you can use. So for example, character A equal to 10 I'm using. This is allowed. Same like underscore also allowed. But only with underscores we are not creating in the real-time development. Okay. So remember, somewhere we are going to get concept underscore A. So this is a what we are calling protected member. Protected member in Java, private, public, protect. Okay, public, protected, private related keywords. Their access modifiers. In Python also using single underscore protected members we are creating. Using double underscore private members we are going to create. So this is a concept of whoops. There I will explain it. There I will explain it. Haris, so right now you can focus on here the what is for loop, how to writing for loop. So in real time, how we are using for loop, where we are using means, for example, in your database, 10 employee records there. Every record contains employee number, employee name, salary, like fields there. 10 employees there. By writing database query, you are getting all 10 employees. Okay. So in that situation, list of employees there. List means square bracket. So E1, nothing but employee 1, E2, E3, E4, like E10 is there. 10 employees there. List of employees. So here each employee you want to access, then how you can access means for loop you are writing. Then first employee is getting E1. Then in this employee 1, we have employee number. Okay, next E1 dot employee name, E1 dot salary, like we can access it. And this data we can display on the screen as per our requirement. So for that time, we can use this for loops. Clear? So right now you can focus on syntax is related, how we are using small programs. Okay. So in real time where we are using these all things, so no need to think that level now only. So once you are understanding these all coding syntaxes related to everything, and after developing some programs, slowly you will understanding. Yes. So now, what is my topic? Yes, here somewhere I created a program where, okay, in our file. See here, underscore I used guys. Now each value is getting and storing into this underscore, but this is we are not printing. The no need of separate variable. Simply people can write like underscore. So execute. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You are getting. Okay. So if we don't want to use this variable inside our loop, sometimes the people defining like this just underscore. If you want to use this name inside this loop, so then you can use something name I, J, whatever you want. Okay. So remember it. Sometimes suddenly giving like this underscore, is this valid one or not, like asking. Some people getting confusing and choosing a wrong answer related, error related choosing, but it is working. Okay. Now, this logic is enough for the for loop. I want to do one mathematical program using the for loop, one mathematical table. So 2 table I want to be display, or 10 table I want to be display, 10 table, 5 table, 5th table. The 5th table means 5 into 1 or else 5 into 0, 0 onwards. 5 into 0 equal to 5. Okay. 5 into 1 equal to 5. I mean, this is what 5 into 0 is what? 0, sorry. Next, 5 into 2 equal to 5 into 2, 10. So like a mathematical table I want to be display. Okay, mathematical tables. So from the user, I want to read the number and I want to display the given number related mathematical table. Okay, so for here, first later I will write the question. First you can see here, n equal to, so int of input of, and here ask the number, enter any number, enter any number. Okay, you are going to enter something number, for example, 5. This 5 value storing inside the n. Now here for loop, for for I for I in for I in range of so I want 0 onwards or 1 onwards, whatever you want, you can decide. So 11 I'm taking. So it means from 1 to 10, 1 to 10 now. Okay, n minus 1, 11 minus 1, 10. 1 to 10 generating the numbers here. 1 to 10. So now here print. So n value is what? So 5. n into I value is what? 1. n into I equal to n into I. This is our required logic sum. Okay. So now here this into is a string format. That's why n into string format can write. Then as it is printing. Okay. n into I value is 1. Next time 2. Next time 3. So next this equal to is a string format again. String format. So then n into I. Yes. So now you can execute. So 5 I'm giving, say 5th table. Next I'm giving 7, 7th table getting. Okay, one logic only. Check it here. What is happening? Logics. Now check it, guys. So here. So first I value is what? 1. So given the n number is what? The 7 is there here. For example, 7 is there here. So now here 7. This is what? The 7. 7 into as it is printing string format. 7 into I value right now 1. First initial value 1 here. And again equal to 7 into 1 equal to 7 into I. 7 into I value is 1. 7 into 1, 7 getting. Okay. Next, n value 7 into I value now increment another value coming. So after 1, 2 value coming. So 7 into 2 equal to now 7 into 2. 7 into 2 here 14 we are getting. Okay. So here as it is 7 value every time printing, as it is printing, and this I value each time 1 incrementing 1, 2, 3 like that coming here. Okay. So now I want the star symbol every time as it is. String format I'm returning here, string format, and equal to symbol as it is I want every time. String format I created here, and then here only multiplication I done. Multiplication, given number into this I value, multiplication done. Multiplication, after executing multiplication, result coming. Is this clear, everyone? So write a program to display the given number table, simply to display the nth number table, mathematical nth number table asking. Okay, display given number or is given nth number. Okay, given nth number table. Display given nth number table. Program this one. Now I will write one question. This is important for interview. Otherwise, the sum of numbers, finding the sum of numbers related. So in material also there. giving lot of numbers, find the sum of them, asking. So you can check it in the material. I will discuss while loop, one program, then this entire material you will understanding. So next time in the next class, again, I will do the revision. That time some programs I will explain it. So while loop related, I will discuss guys. So here only I will write working with while loop, working with while loop. Okay. So now while loop syntax, simply while keyword, while is a keyword, we are using while, and the condition we are writing here. While condition, for example, 10 greater than 5, like we are writing, and then statements, whatever you want, you can write here. So for example, just like hello one, I'm using hello one. Okay. So now here outside the while loop, outside the while loop, write a statement, end line, starting the while loop, before the while loop. So now here, start line using. Okay. Yes, now check it. First this one printing, and next coming to here checking condition. So while loop condition value if returns true, while condition value, condition or expression, whatever, multiple conditions there means called expression. If while condition returns true, then going inside, same like if block, going inside and printing inside the while loop, what are the lines there? All the lines printing. Okay, after printing, then again coming here, one more time checking condition. So again condition true only, then one more time going inside printing. Again one more time checking condition. And this condition always true only until this condition, until the while condition is true. While loop related statements repeatedly executing. Then when while loop stopping, whenever this condition value is becoming like a false, whenever this while condition value is becoming like a false, then coming outside the while loop printing. So now let me know here, is there anywhere after half an hour or else after 1 hour, is this going to be becoming like a false or else always false, true only there? Is this going to be becoming like a false? This is always true only, guys. This is always true only. So printing, infinite loop generating. Check it here, infinite loop coming. See, hello one, hello one, hello one, hello one, printing. No termination. While loop repeatedly executing. So after certain point of time, it is deciding, okay, this is not going to be terminating. This is not going to be terminating here. See, loading. Okay. So that is the point. Control C. Okay. So hanging as this is the printing, hanging only. Okay. Okay. Comes to here. This is also printing. See, hanging. Everything is hanging. Okay. So still it is loading, printing like that. Okay. So what need to do means simply we have to close this program. I can reopen it. So then how we are going to be making this while loop becoming like a converting like a false, means, so increment or decrement statements must be required to use. So here what is looping statements? So now here, now see here, so this is the right now true is there, going inside and we can write increment or decrement statements. So now here I equal to 0, I value 0 I'm taking, I value is 0, okay, I value is 0, and now here I less than 5 I'm checking, I less than 5. Condition true or false means yes, so 0 less than 5, condition is true. True means going inside and printing. After that, I value we can increment like I plus 1. In other languages, they are using like I plus plus incrementing, I minus minus decrementing. But in Python, not like that. I equal to I plus 1. So now in this statement, I value is what there already? 0 is there. 0 plus 1, 1 coming here. So now after executing this line, I value is 1. So now one more time coming to here. Loop repeating, loop repeating. So now here I less than 5. Second time 1 less than 5 condition. Yes, true. Then again going inside printing and one more time I value incrementing. So previously I value 1 is there, 1 plus 1, 2 is coming. Okay. So now again going to here, 2 less than 5, true, printing. Now 2 plus 1, 3 coming here. Okay. So again here, 3 less than 5 printing, 3 less than 5 printing. Then again here I values becoming like a 4. Okay. Now here 4 less than 5 printing and here I value is becoming like a 5. So now here condition checking 5 less than 5. This is false. 5 less than 5 false. Then while loop outside while loop coming printing this one. Okay. So this is the concept now here. So hello one, hello one, hello one, like getting. If you want in this one place, so directly here, I value you can print, no problem. So, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the 4 coming. And whenever I value is a 5, 5 less than 5 condition going to be false. Whenever I while loop condition value becoming like a false, then while loop terminating coming outside while loop. Okay. So this is the concept of while. Simply while loop always checking the condition until this condition value is true. Then inside the while loop, what are the statements they're executing? So this is the loop repeatedly executing only whenever this whenever this while loop condition is becoming like a false or else whenever while related condition returns false, then coming outside. So when this condition going to be false means inside the while loop increment or decrement values we are using. So here I value 0 is there, that's why each time 1 incrementing. If I value 10 is there here, each time 1 decrementing. So like we are writing as per the requirement. Whenever we are working with while loop concept, don't forget increment or decrement statements. Otherwise, infinite loops will come. Infinite loops will come. Come on, are you clear this one? These all points are given in the material. Today I'll upload that. Transfer statements related in the next session I will discuss, guys. So we are planning 1 hour session or maximum 1 hour 10 minutes. So previous topics related revisions if I'm giving, so time is taking more time. So that's why I do practice. If any topic not understanding, I will again will give you revision. So I hope everybody will understanding all the basic things. So based on this, now we can do the number of programs. So this is what increment related programming. For example, if you want decrement related programming, decrement related. So here I value 10, you can take, for example. Okay, or else I value 5 only, you can take it. I value 5. Then here so we are taking what? So 5 greater than 0. Okay. So here 5 greater than 0. Condition true. Going inside, printing this one. Next here, I minus 1. So it means 5 minus 1 coming. 5 minus 1. So then what is coming? 4 is coming. Like loop repeating and printing values. Like this 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Now I value is 5 here. Okay, so these all conditions reversely we need to write. So now 5 minus 1 4 creating, next 3 creating, 2 creating, 1 creating. Somewhere I value is going to be becoming like a 0. 0 greater than 0 false. 0 greater than 0 false. Then coming outside. Coming outside. Here, based on your values, you can use less than or greater than, whatever, based on your requirement. Hi, Kiran. So, equal to symbol, we are assigning for value. Equal to symbol, we are assigning for value. For example, Ramu, assigning. Okay. So, double equal to symbol, we are using for comparison. Double equal to symbol, we are using for comparison. In B, Virat is there. Virat is there. So A double equal to B. So this is the comparison. If both are same, true returns, otherwise false returns. One is for assignment, equal to is for assigning the value. Double equal to is for comparing the values in memories. Aris, why up to one only display means? So here you written logic like that only. So whenever I value greater than 0 only, you are printing. Okay, whenever I value is becoming like a 0 here, so this condition failed. That's why not printing I value. This is the printing like I'm not telling. So here I value is converting like, is creating like 0. So now 0 greater than 0 checking failed. That's why coming outside while loop. Inside while loop, if you are going 0 value also printing. Got it? Yes. So this is about the while loop related. I will stop this one. So in this material, okay, just I will check it here. I will show you here. So here a lot of programs also I given. This range function related I given here. Do testing and for loop related I given. For loop related and for loop programs I given here. And nth table printing related. 10 to 1, 1 to 10 printing, 10 to 1 printing related there. So 1 to n related even numbers. If I'm giving a range of 20, so 1 to 20 related even numbers I want to be print. Between that range, what are the even numbers there? Okay, given numbers related sum, how we are finding. Okay, like there, here while loop related also there, while loop examples there. So this question is important for interview. Further sessions I will take care. See here, if 1, 2, 3 is giving, these all numbers, sum is 6. So given number related all numbers, sum how to find asking. Okay, sum of digits of a given number, how to perform or else how to find the sum of digits of a given number. Okay, this question is important. Take it, you will understanding. Otherwise, I will let you know. Okay, in the next session, I will discuss that. Okay, so transfer statements related, coming session, I will take care. So time is not sufficient right now. So next session, I will plan. Okay, so up to this week, actually, these all control statements I planned. So one session, previous session, one session cancelled. That's why. So this one still pending. No problem. Coming session, Monday session, we will discuss that. And then data types, we will start. So don't do absented. So every day attend, guys. Every day attend. Don't put absent. Data types are very, very important. One day coming, one day not coming means. So you are going to be missing the concepts. So I said in the previous session only, Saturday means weekend. Maybe a lot of people not joining. So today that one only happened. So many people not join. So tomorrow, next Monday session, I'm going to discussing the data types. So there I will use this for loops, while loops, all the things. That time those the people who are missing today, so getting confusing. Every time again and again telling is not possible. Same topics. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this day. We'll meet on Monday.
Recording stopped.